Okay, so at the top position we have Davros spawning as the orange Terran, and at the bottom position we have Sly Snake spawning as the red Terran. What do you know about these players, James?
Well, both of them have been playing Terran since
Whoa,
the
hold
start
that
of their
thought,
career.
James. It looks like Chris is gonna cut SCV. Oh, never mind. He just
Oh no, yeah.
they were just severely
Clearly,
delayed.
clearly, falling behind his micro, he must have been thinking really hard about something else.
Yeah. I think he's nervous because this is a pretty high stakes match.
It is. This is an honour match. These have been played many times over the past.
Yeah,
There's several games they've
these
had.
players are rivals. They're currently playing for the title of best Terran player ever, and it looks like Sam's going to build the depot on 9 at his ramp. I'm not sure how I feel about this in TVT.
I specifically don't like him leaving the SCV standing there for a good 10 seconds before the depot was built. Really not good timing on his part. He should try to improve that.
Yeah, and it looks like Chris is going to go for an 11 depot, I think. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Oh, here goes the SCV, and no, it's just a very late 10 depot.
It's a late 10 depot. No, it's an 11 depot. Oh, he's going for a double 11 depot.
Double 11 depot. Nice. That ensures
Oh no,
the
it's
lack of
queued.
supply.
It's queued. But that is a waste of early game minerals. I'm thinking that's going to end up delaying his barracks. Huge mistake from our Terran player Davros, while Slice Next barracks is already under construction.
And that instantly puts Slice like far ahead. I mean, if there's any early aggression at all, Davos is going to be miles behind. He's going to need some really good micro to make any sort of comeback from that.
Yeah, and we can see his minerals are at 200. He needs to put the barracks down now if he wants to survive against any early aggression. And if we look at the APM tab, we can see that it's 12 versus 9 in Slice Snake's favour, of course.
Yeah, I think Slice Snake, being the more experienced player, moves a lot faster.
Yeah, his mouse speed is pretty high. I've seen him play, seriously. And we can see that both players are opting to queue SCVs. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
No, I'm not liking the macro of either player at the moment. Slice Snake's forgotten to get his gas, and he's also forgotten to keep building SCVs. He's miles behind. He's got really high minerals, and the same's occurring with Chris.
Yeah, I specifically don't like how Sam's orbital hasn't even started yet. But what's worse is Chris's barracks isn't even done yet. It's just started.
It's such slow play here from both players.
Yeah, and we're going to see a refinery coming down for Davros, which makes me think that we're going to see some like mech play, because Sam has decided to go no gas, so we'll probably see some sort of bio-based play from him as his second barracks does start building, while Davros hasn't even finished.
I think Sam still hasn't got the orbital command yet at 19 supply, and neither's Davros. Queuing 4 SCVs is really not a good thing to do.
Well, I guess it's better than not making any SCVs like Slice Snake's choosing to.
Yeah, this is true, yeah.
And it looks like Davros is 3 in gas, so I think we might see some mech play.
Yeah, I think mech is going to be the choice by Davros here, although he's a bit late to the factory.
And he's quite late on the marine. He has a barracks without a marine producing. Ouchie's opting to make a reactor before marine, while Sam's looking to do some pressure with these 2 marines and 4 SCVs. I don't like how he's pulling the SCVs. They're not needed at this stage.
Definitely not. Not 4 at least. If he's gonna put the SCVs, I think he should at least pull something that makes a real difference. Because then he's sacrificing these SCVs.
Let's face it, 4 SCVs isn't gonna get past this wall in. That's only a good strategy versus melee units. I think he's been watching too much Razor Blader play.
I think so, yeah.
And still no orbital. I don't think he knows that an orbital pays for itself in the first meal. And it looks like Slice Next is going to push out, and Chris hasn't got any attacking units yet. He's going to make...
Queued 10 marines. He really wants those marines, Zane.
I don't think that reactors do not make 10 units at once, they only make 2. So it's going to take a while.
Zane, your mic has gone really quiet. For me, at least.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I just wanted to let you know. It was doing that.
It looks like Davros is going to go into crisis mode.
He's putting all the SCVs.
Will he be able to hold this off?
I think he can defend this attack, losing minimal SCVs if he was A-clicking, but he's seeing the SCVs there as they die.
And it looks like Sam's going to reinforce with more marines, which are rallied. Yep, the barracks is 2 of the barracks are rallied to Davros's base. I think Sam's devoting everything to this attack. He hasn't even got an orbital up yet, and he does have the money for it. So he's obviously wants. I think
Davros needs to clear out these marines. He's got 3 marines sitting at the top that he's not using.
Yeah,
he
needs to use his marines to kill these marines of Slice Snake down here, because marines are better combat units than SCVs. Don't get me wrong, SCVs do look pretty menacing with that drill and stuff. Marines have guns, and they're pretty strong.
Davros not moving the SCVs back yet. This is
Yeah, we have no mining from Davros and 700
small
minerals near
mistakes here.
enough.
And if we look in Sly Snake's base, he's got a much better economy at the moment. Although he has opted not to put SCVs or get an orbital command, leaving him with only 12 SCVs, which is really not good at this point
Yeah,
in the
if we
game.
go
He
to
should
the
be
unit counting
miles
station,
ahead.
we can see it's 14 SCVs to 9. I think Sam's going to take the economic lead right here and now. And Davros has mined 400, near enough 400 gas.
He should really be taking his SCVs off with the gas and sticking them back into the...
Yeah, he needs his minerals. And we can also see Sam's prepping up for another attack as he has 5 Marines congregated at the watchtower with 4 more coming to the Zonaga. And as Chris has 17 average APM, he can still find the time to type Sam into chat. Oh, we have some BM from Chris complaining about Sam's early rush tactics.
It's just not nice, really, is it?
No,
Oh wow, I think this could be going Davros' advantage here.
I mean,
Sam having the less
even
amount of
Idra
rings.
wasn't this bad when he played in his game of this tournament. And it looks like Davros isn't going to wall off, but instead use Marines to block this hole.
Like a meat shield.
Yeah,
I'm not liking the play from either player, Zane. Moving down the ramp.
I don't know, man. I'm liking Slice Snake's play. I think this non-existent orbital is a nice move. It's quite intimidating when you go into an opponent's base and see they haven't gotten any orbital. And here we have a marine confrontation, but it looks like Sam has the better concave and the bit greater numbers, so he's going to come out on top as he's reinforcing, and he even has 2 here at this watchtower. So Sam's going to win this marine fight and come in and clean up, it seems.
Yeah, I think this is Sam's game now. It's 30 supply to 30. There's really nothing Chris can do, and he can't really pull the SCVs again after losing that much.
I don't know, man. I think Davros can come back. He has his orbital up before Sam.
Oh, that is an advantage.
Even though he's deciding not to go mules. And it seems Davros is already awaiting game 2 because he realizes he lost.
Alright, and that's the end of game 1.
No GG. Even Idra GG'd when he played versus me. Okay, so what do you think the players should have done better?
I think, to be honest, both players walling off at their ramp really wasn't a good idea. Obviously, that leaves both players open to breaking down from siege tanks. Although neither player opted to do this, despite Chris's opening implying that he would, I think that's a big mistake they made. And also, the macro by both players was, in honesty, terrible. Not getting the orbital command on time, stopping SCV production, and not getting enough Marines out when they were going into the Marine battles. I think that from both players it was terrible play, but hopefully we'll see some better play in round 2.
Yeah, I think that Chris should have added more barracks. He was producing off 1 reactor racks the whole game, and that just doesn't cut it off 1 base.
Yeah,
So
I think
we're gonna move on to game 2.